Hi there everyone, hope your day is going well. As the college school year begins to take shape, I'm going to do some school comparisons. USC and UCLA, University of Southern California, and the University of California, Los Angeles, for those of you who don't know, have had a fairly large rivalry in the Los Angeles area as long as I can remember. If it's from graduates to college football games, the rivalry has been pretty intense. One question to ask, do the schools compare when it comes to education? Each has its own scholastic reputation, but does one provide more value over the other? So, we're going to take a dive into the value you get for your degree. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. My channel does videos that deals with jobs, education, careers, and more. To see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. Now let's get into it. USC versus UCLA. What education is the better value? There are going to be several items that we look at when comparing the two schools. We're going to be taking a look at student-faculty ratio, acceptance rate, tuition, the number of undergraduate programs, and graduation rate. The student-faculty ratio is important because it'll give us an idea of whether you're going to be in a small class or you're going to be in a sea of people. Acceptance rate will give you an idea of how easy or difficult it is to get into the school. Tuition is the price of a year of school, as living expenses can vary and are calculated in wildly different ways. The best indicator is just tuition for this case. The number of degree programs gives you an idea of the options and variety of what you can do at each particular school. And finally, graduation rate will give you an idea of how many people graduate from each school. In this case, the higher the percentage, the better. The University of Southern California is a premier Division I private university in LA. Their mascot is the Trojans and is located in downtown Los Angeles. The student-faculty ratio for USC is 9-1. So you'll be getting some fairly close-knit classes with an instructor able to provide some more specific attention to each student. The acceptance rate is pretty competitive at USC at 13%. Tuition at USC, though, is coming in at around $58,195 per year as of 2020. Students at USC have the options of exploring 95 different program majors. The graduation rate at USC is 91%. So these are some pretty huge statistics for one of the premier universities in California. Next, we jump into the University of California, Los Angeles. UCLA is also a premier university in the LA area, but this one is a public university. The Bruins are located just outside of downtown LA in the Brentwood area. Their student-faculty ratio is a bit larger at 18-1, so the classes are going to be a little bit larger than what you see at USC. And the acceptance rate is comparable to that of USC's, but a little bit higher at 14%. Tuition is reflective of a state school. So at UCLA, the annual tuition is $13,240. UCLA's undergraduate programs are also somewhat more expansive, numbering at around 130, and their graduation rate is also at 91%. This matchup is a pretty close one. On one hand, you have USC, their small student-to-faculty ratio, but UCLA steps ahead with their more expansive list of majors, as well as a much lower annual tuition. In terms of best value, each school has its own positives, and each school is a terrific option. But if you're looking for that premier college education at a lower cost, then you should be looking towards UCLA. When comparing tuition of the two schools over 4 years, tuition would cost roughly $232,000 at USC, where at UCLA, tuition will come in at just under $53,000. Therefore, UCLA in this case comes out as the best value. The Bruins and Trojans rivalry goes back a long time. Each school, as I said, is a premier university that will provide a premier education. Each school is extremely competitive and very difficult to get into. The college football rivalry is even more intense at these two schools, but that is for a conversation for another time. This head-to-head matchup between these two schools was a fun one to discuss. If you were making the choice between these two schools, let me know in the comment section which one did you pick and why. If you want me to do a deeper dive into the specifics of USC or UCLA, or if you want me to discuss both, let me know in the comment section. As always, thank you for listening. If there are topics you want to hear or discuss, please feel free to let me know. Click the like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to hear more content, please click subscribe and the notification bell so you'll know when new content is posted. I hope you have a wonderful day. Be safe. Have a good one.